Now we can determine the characteristic timescale of a resistor capacitor circuit in our PhET simulation just the same way that we did it in lab. So I'm going to bring in a voltmeter here, and I've also got a probe here, an ammeter, to show me the current. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the probe on either side here of my capacitor. My capacitor is discharged, so there's no potential across it. And I'm also going to bring in a stopwatch here. And I'm going to close the switch. And actually, I want the voltmeter in here instead, not the ammeter. I've got the voltage chart, and I'm also going to bring in my voltmeter here. Okay. Now I'm going to close the switch, and then I'm going to see how long it takes for the potential across my capacitor plates to reach 63.2% of its maximum value. And that should match my theoretical time constant of this circuit here. So let's see, my battery is 10 volts, my resistor here is 100 ohms, and my capacitance is 0.1 farad. So the characteristic timescale of this circuit should be 100 ohms times 0.1 farad, so it should be 10 seconds. Well, let's see what happens here. Now I'm going to close the switch, immediately start the stopwatch, and wait to see when my potential reaches 63.2% of the maximum value, which is 10 volts. So, oh, I just passed it. So I didn't quite start the stopwatch right whenever I flipped the switch, but here my theoretical time constant, or my experimental time constant for this circuit, when I started from zero potential and reached 63.2% of the maximum value, was 9.7 seconds here. That's pretty close to 10 seconds. And now, once I reach the full potential across this capacitor, I can do the similar experiment to see how long does it take to reach, 36% of the maximum potential when we're discharging. And that should also equal our theoretical time constant. So once I'm fully charged, I'm going to disconnect my capacitor from the battery, so we're no longer putting current on it anymore. So I'm going to wait until we get right there at 10 volts. All right, so I'm going to disconnect us over here, and our capacitor is fully charged. I'm going to reset my stopwatch, and then I'm going to close the switch, press the stopwatch, and I'm going to wait to see when I reach 36% of my maximum potential.